I'm not going to reveal yet. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the third and final Moto for the final night, regular season HRL MegaMix series. Last Moto, a little bit early on the night, similar to our last Indie Hog season, because I want to say the champ was wrapped up on the first or second Moto of that as well. I can't recall which one exactly, but I'm pretty sure it's the first or second one as well on a Triple Crown Ender. So similar situation. Crowned it in the second Moto. Well, I'm not going to give the final point standings or anything because it could change still. I mean, it's the positions are locked, but like the points could change in this last Moto. But yeah, Detail taking the championship. Won that Firestone Fire Hog. Firestone Fire Hog. Yeah, it was definitely Fire Hog. Fire Hog. It's the last one in the beginning of last year. And then taking this one at the beginning of this year as well. Nice. All right, so he's taking the dub for that. Shout out to him on that. He's going to be throwing the nade for this Moto as well, because we still have a third Moto on the night. And yeah, so let's go through the lineup. And there is still some stuff at stake, so I do want to go over that. Even though the champ battle is done and dusted here at the end, Hunter, Opix, and Roman still pretty tight. Still pretty tight. I want to say Roman is in a really good position, not like 100% locked, but he's in a really, really good position with his first two motos. Opix is in kind of a spooky one, as he's had some more mulligans. He has not improved his score yet. And Hunter had a really good first moto, but not so good of a second moto. But that does give him a really good starting position, and in this last one. So the battle for that for those final two positions to get into the grand final, that is still very much on. So that is probably what we'll be paying a lot of attention to here in Moto 3. So let's go through the starting order right to left. It's going to be Hunter, then Armada, Coop, Opix. I had a brain fart. Camby, Elite, Roman, Slaunch, Luke, Soul, and then BBL Detail bringing it up in the rear, or bringing it up with the rear rather. Starting green flag. Nade is gone off. Ripping through the start. Would like to clarify that that BBL tag stands for Big Booty Latina Detail, not the other fake definition, because we are cultured over here. So I just wanted to clarify that at the beginning of the Moto. Ripping through. See, you got the whole shot here. It looks like Hunter did. Yeah, it looks like Hunter did. Second place is going to be Opix. So there you go. We have the spicy start. We have like a 4 wide for a moment. That's not really going to work on this track, but oh, okay. Some cheese through the hairpins. And then ripping through the S's. Again, one of my favorite, well, probably one of my favorite parts to watch on this track is this run into the S's, into this classic, is it the sling? Dude, why do I always forget? I think that's what it is. A lot of Joker usages early on, lap 1. But yeah, I love that. That whole run into the S's into that corner, very, very classic, very reminiscent of that old Mirabilis. And it's like the one thing that kind of has stood the test of time on Mirabilis as well. It's like makes its way into every version. It's very cool. Very much enjoy that section. I think it's a lot of fun. Hunter holding on to the lead with Opix in second. You love to see the spice. Oh my god, a big wreck early on in the Moto. What happens here? Slaunch going wide. That's Luke in fourth, Slaunch in third. And Luke trying to work the right side. Slaunch gets a little loose on the exit. And it's going to help him correct, but it's not going to help Luke out. Going to go down early again. But not too bad of a recovery there. Slaunch still in a good position. That's going to throw... Who benefited off that? Roman. gained a position. Luke behind Detail again now, but whether they know it or not at the time, like I said, that second moto. Well, they should have known if they watched the recap. I don't know if I was paying attention to what I said, but apparently I wasn't. But yeah, locked up, but still gonna battle on track, see what they can do, because now they're in positions similar to Slaunch and Soul. 2 more wildcard drivers that can kind of do whatever they want on the night, which could make things interesting, could spice things up a little bit. We'll have to wait and see. Slaunch broke some ribs, or a rib, or I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't hear the full story when he joined the party. He was talking about breaking his rib, parenthesis S parenthesis, potentially ribs, before the race started. I didn't really hear too much about it because I was looking up future film projects for Sydney Sweeney, so I didn't really catch all that. So I'm gonna have to get an update from that on from Slaunch again in the future. Get the full report on what happened there. But yeah, apparently racing injured this night. Took out some of his ribs. I'm not talking Chili's, his actual ribs. I'm also not talking Marilyn Manson. He went down on the bike or something. I don't know, something like that. So I'm not sure exactly what happened there. We'll have to get an update from Slaunch in the comments, but got to tip it to him for racing with the severe injury here. Not easy to do, working the controller. I'm being I'm sure it's still annoying. Okay, it's still annoying. It's still annoying, but that actually does suck. I'm fucking tired. Oh. What is this? I gotta watch this. This is stupid. I bet it actually is annoying. Like I would not. To be fair, I could be like sick and I won't want to play video games. So I don't know. It's probably really annoying. So Hunter, who needs to win, makes a big misstep. He spins out, and look at this. All the drivers behind him, I think, reacting to this and trying to like correct for it. Slaunch spins out. Detail doesn't really have anywhere to go. And Luke's going to try to come on the inside. And Opix as well to get some rock action. There just wasn't enough room right there. All those drivers were recovering off the wreck. So potentially the opportunity, but not really in that scenario. But a big moment in the race right there. That stacks everybody up in this pack again. And yeah, now with that, the big switch up was Luke did get around Detail in the third now. And yeah, Hunter's got everybody hot in his tail. Let's see what they do in this situation. Ooh, big strat call out of Detail. The only one to do it goes for the Joker. Oh, and this would be huge. Look at this run. Makes the landing stick too. Wow. That was huge. Not only making that strat call, but getting that last pass right there was also huge. It's a big move from Detail. Big move for the Big Yass. Good for him. Potentially putting himself in a good position for this race as well. We'll have to see how it goes for the rest of these guys. Slaunch with the severe injury. What's he going to do in this situation? Hunter aggressively defends it. He goes over him. Okay, that was kind of sick. We got to hold on. Aww. Come on, man. That was definitely replay worthy. I regret nothing. We need to see that again. But yeah, quick filibuster. Big moment in the race right there with Detail making that Joker. We'll have to see how it plays out. Potentially getting held up by, I think it was Roman on the exit, but that pass could put him in a position to, be in a advantageous spot later in the race. We'll have to see how it plays out with Hunter, Luke, and Slaunch battling, but it looks like it might be a really good play for Detail because he was able to get out with no traffic, clean air, and those guys are looking to battle really hard, which we're about to see right here. So this is the lead up to it. 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 So this is the le And you see Slaunch going for a pretty gnarly move right there. The way he was able to just barely keep it in front of Luke and then get the inside of Hunter, that was pretty sick. And then watch this. This is one of my favorite parts of the new track. You can do some crazy stuff on this this big hilltop here, and Hunter overruns it a little bit, and he goes over Slaunch. Look at this. Slaunch goes under him. The defensive move out of Hunter, and look at this. It works out. And Luke tries to take advantage. He's going rogue. Opix is spectating all of this. And yeah, that was a crazy moment. So very risky, obviously. If Hunter landed the wrong way, that could have been it. That could have been it. But I actually got to say it. I get it. I like the move from Hunter there. I mean, you kind of have to. Position that he's in. If he lost the lead right there, it's probably over. But now he's got pressure from Luke, who's now in second. Oh, Hunter. Oh, he's... Oh, man, they have to check up really hard. Hunter getting super loose. And maybe an inside look on the exit. We'll have to see if this pans out. Trying to find an opening on Hunter, not finding it. Slaunch waiting for another opportunity. Detail not that far back with how hard they're battling right now. Like I said, I like that Joker move. Here we go with the S's. Slaunch early moment. Oh my god. Let's take a look at this one too. So different lines and breaking points out of like all of them in the S's. Slaunch big momentum in the beginning, and then Luke big momentum on the exit and just going for it, but getting heavy contact with Hunter. He's going to end up losing the position to Slaunch with that. Opix goes for the Joker. Might be a good play. Roman as well. I think I like that play out of Opix. I don't know if he'll quite get Camby there. Maybe. Oh, and here we go. Side by side, look at this. Slaunch and Luke battling for second, and maybe the race. And Luke's gonna go for the send as well, but that's what could happen to could have happened to Hunter in the last lap as well, but not gonna work out as well. We'll take a look at this one more time. The send on Slaunch to try to take that second place spot back. It's probably a little more aggressive than Hunter's, but yeah, lands right on the back of him. Goes down gloriously. I got some mid-race report from an inside source right here that what actually happened right there was Jared hit Luke with a fully painted and personalized nude portrait of Halo 4, obviously, Cortana, in that moment right there, getting Luke distracted and throwing him over full speed right there. So basically what I'm getting at is blame Jared. Blame Jared. That was Jared's fault. Jared, I'm choking. God. Okay, let's move on to the next lap. Still 6 laps to go. And Hunter's still in the lead. Detail now up to third. And Slaunch in second. Slaunch maybe going to give an attempt of getting by Hunter again. We'll see. Oh, that might have been... Okay. But yeah, going through the S's right here. Pretty even runs for everyone. Now Luke after that going to go for the Joker. See anybody else going to do it? Yes. Opix, I believe that is Opix's second Joker. We just recently saw him take his first. It's a freaking pack back here. What's going on? Oh, the nose dive for Luke again. And Opix, oh, that's huge. Opix gets hit by it pretty hard, and that's pretty massive because, again, Opix still has not improved his score. To be fair, he might not have to. He might not have to improve his points, but he has not done it yet. He still needs a finish to improve his points on the night. Hunter could be making big gains, especially with where he is on track right now. But wait a second. What happened? Ah, big momentum for Slaunch in the uphill. While that was going down, Slaunch trying to square him up. Hunter runs him wide just a little bit, trying to hold on to it. Slaunch with a little bit of ascend. Hunter, bit of a two-wheel. Slaunch. Oh, they both go inside the track and both get tied up with each other. I don't know what just went down. Slaunch not giving up on that inside. He's not going to give up on that run, and he's eventually going to muscle his way around Hunter. Slaunch not letting Hunter throw him on the inside there. Slaunch trying to take another win on the season if he can. I don't know if Slaunch has ever won, oddly enough. I don't know if he's ever won a Mirabilis Moto. He's been in position and been close so many times. Hold on. I actually have a stat sheet for this. I came prepared. Hold. He has one. Oh, I forgot. Yes, Slaunch with one win. Let's just say, oh, God. The piece. Oh, no. Okay, we're good. We're good. Oh. Okay, we're good. Yeah, pulling up the big stat sheet was probably a bad idea. Okay, we're back. We're back. We're good. So, yeah, I had to check it. Slaunch with one win in Mirabilis' history. And he would love to put another one on the board. And funnily enough, the top three all has wins. Slaunch and Hunter both have won a Mirabilis Moto, and Detail is leading the Mirabilis leaderboard with 8. And an interesting, like, odd stat. The other, like, super high second place track, top 25 remake that we had in the season was Barvo. And Luke's sweeping that, and with the most wins on that previously in H5 as well, and sweeping that in this season. Now, Detail in position, a similar position with the number 1 track, and he's 2 wins up, and already the winningest driver on it anyways. Could he be doing that similar type of performance that Luke did on Barvo now on Mirabilis? And also, Detail has a shit ton of sweeps on the season anyways. But one of the factors going into tonight that could make it interesting is that his a lot of his best performances on the season have been the normal 2 Moto nights, oddly enough, and I think that's with the sweeps as well. But yeah, a lot of really good performances for him on the like if it was the 2 Moto night championship, I feel like he'd be dominating it. But when it comes to the 3 Moto and 4 Moto nights, Luke's been really good on those and taking quite a few of those, and then Elite got the one in there as well. So yeah, so the 3 and 4 Moto nights have not been as successful for Detail. He hasn't been able to put it together, but could he finally be doing it here on the last one of the season? It's looking that way. Slaunch is in a pretty good position in this Moto, though. He could try to take this last win from him, which it wouldn't matter for their battle at this point anyways, but yeah, Slaunch could do that here. Wow, there's a lot of aggressive battles going on. Ambient Soul, Luke and Opix. What's this? What is this? What is this? Let me get over here. What is this? It's Coop and Roman. I mean, Hunter's making... I think Hunter's still in third. Hunter's making it interesting. Oh, yeah, that's a huge pack. Hunter's making it interesting. Like, he's in a good position still. Even without the win, he's in a high points-paying position in this last Moto. So, that battle that we've been watching all night for that wildcard spot, for that last Grand Finals qualifying spot, point spot, it's going all the way to the end. Trust me, it's going. I'll get the points updated, full point update at the end. It's going all the way to the end. It's 100% going all the way to the end. With Hunter in the position that he's in, with Roman where he's at in the mid pack, and with Opix where he's at somewhere in towards the back, it's not over. It's definitely not over. And then with any mistakes or anything coming out too, yeah, that spot is still in jeopardy here at the end, I would say. Now that being said, I can hit you with a bit of an update for the first couple. Roman's in a good spot where he's at. Roman is like guaranteed. It's between Opix and Hunter. I will say that. Detail going to be going for a Joker here. Hitting the solid whip. And we're coming on 2 to go pretty soon here, too. Interesting battle for the front 2 spots. We've got Slaunch with the broken ribs, Detail with the thickness, Hunter with the might of the king. I'm not even used to saying that. I'm not from there. Behind him, a bunch of different motivating factors for our top 3 drivers right now. Is broken rib really a motivating? I mean, I guess it is. I don't know. Elite, or that was Coop. Coop trying to defend hard for Roman right there. Soul getting close too. Yeah, we're going to 2 to go. We're going to 2 to go, and there's a lot of spicy mid-pack battles that may still have a few jokers to take, and the lead battle is still up for grabs too. This is the closest lead battle we've had all night. Wait, Detail's in it. Never mind. Wait, what happened? I don't know. I must have missed it. There's some. Oh, I think Slaunch already had some joker. Yeah. I think the jokers were favoring Detail in this position. Now that I recall, Slaunch still with a chance, and this battle's really close too. Coop trying to hold on. Some high-end top 5 position. That would be a fucking phenomenal finish for Coop. Coop really showing out in some Halo Infinite testing that we did, which, by the way, when I post a video on it, you guys are going to want to see that shit. I'll post that track to those tracks to my files at some point. We did some more Infinite testing. And, yeah, made a really cracked, massive, like, imagine motocross track. Imagine, like, Hogabilis here. Who the fuck just went down? Imagine Hogabilis here, like this scale, like literally this scale of like this track, like the exact same scaled track, but like all the aesthetics and all the terrain like filled in. You know what I mean? Like literally imagine this scale of track, but with all that filled in, all of that, you know, looking like a complete map. It was Soul. It was Soul. It was a pretty good recovery though. But yes, like literally this scale, but everything filled in. Imagine that, and that's what we did with a new MX track on Infinite, testing some more stuff out on that game, trying to, you know, potentially get some future stuff with Infinite. And yeah, we went pretty hard on it. And I'll do some video action of it at some point, and definitely recommend checking it out. We had a pretty fun test. Track's not like complete by any means. We could still do some tweaks and stuff here and there. It's by no means perfect, but it was mostly just like a massive proof of concept, basically. And it turned out really well. So I thought I'd mention that here before we get to the end. But here we go. Coming to the end here one more time around. White flag, familiar territory for Detail. 8 wins on Mirabilis in its history going into the night. It's potentially going to make it 11 here, which is kind of obnoxious. The next closest was Luke with 5, but that's going to be a little bit more distant. Detail proven this to be good territory for him in these final races. It's maybe going to bring another one home. This would be massive. Another sweep on the Triple Crown as well. It's looking pretty chalked on this one. Super far out front. Slaunch in second. Hunter's really close. And with all this cheese, hold on. Roman, Coop, Soul, Opix, Camby, Elite, Luke, and Armada. That is your order right now. Still a lot up for grabs. Let's get up here. Oh, Slaunch still has a Joker. That is what it was. Slaunch still has a Joker. Oh my god. Oh, look at this block pass out of Roman. Roman getting dirty for the points. Take a look at this. We got to see this. So Hunter's going to have... Detail Hunter, that's going to be your 1-2. That's on lock. Let's take a look at this. Look at how far ahead they are. Roman, maybe not even thinking about this potential. Maybe he sees it right here, and he knows that he has to get in front of him, and he gets in front of him. Roman not being nice about it, but Slaunch carries the momentum. And gets in front of him anyways afterwards. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. I respect that out of both of them. Slaunch for keeping the run going, and Roman for going for it there. He kind of had to. And look how close this is. Look how closely packed. We almost needed more laps on this one. What the fuck is going on? What the fuck? We'll take a look. We'll take a look in a moment. But final time, bringing it across the line. 3 Moto. Okay. Okay. We get it. You're hot. Get across the line. Whatever. Detail making it 3 in a row. Hunter second. Slaunch third. And a whole slew pack of drivers. Why was it so close? Okay, hold on. We gotta see what happened in these positions. So what went down? So we saw the thing with Soul and Slaunch. We saw that. Saw that. Slaunch getting away. Roman getting the bog again. Okay. And hit the big yawn. Coop coming up. Opix is in the mix. And does Coop go for it here? Coop going for it. Roman going for protective, and they both kind of fuck it up. Yeah, they both kind of fuck it up. And then Roman gets shoved out by Coop. Soul goes down. Opix goes down. What is happening? Soul is completely spun around. Coop is recovering. Camby's dying trying to avoid Soul. What in the world was that? So the top 3 was pretty settled. It ends up being Roman, Coop. Wow, Coop with a late top 5. Shout out. Roman with another big top 5 as well. Opix with a huge 6th. Low key, that's actually really big. Soul 7th, Camby 8th. Elite. Luke and Armada running him out. It was actually a huge finish. That was the one finish that Opix needed. He finally got it there at the end. All right, so let me pull up my handy dandy stats. I was saying alert here. I was saying alert. Okay, so yeah, crazy. Another big performance. Details had multiple of these strong performances on Mirabilis. Another one here. Swept season 6, swept season 7, and then won it in the Blast from the Past. Won it season 9. He had a 6 Moto win streak. 2 Moto wins before that too, just not in a streak. But yeah, 6 Moto win streak. Run of races there on Mirabilis where he was really strong. And then we had season 11 where Slaunch took that one. And then season 16, where Luke took the sweep. And then now, with that break of 3 races of a few podiums, Detail back on top at Mirabilis, taking another 3. Just pretty nuts. Yeah, going from 8 wins to 11 on the track all time, which is absolutely crazy. No one besides Detail or Luke has taken multiple wins on the track yet. I'm sure it's going to happen at some point. Wait, does Hunter not have a win? Wait. I feel like I've been saying that Hunter... Wait, Hunter doesn't have a Mirabilis win? Oh. Brother, what the fuck was I thinking of? I mean, I knew about Opix's. I thought Hunter had one too. I guess he just got really close one time. There was a close second place? Why the hell did I think Hunter had a Mirabilis win? I mean, he has a Barvo win. Maybe I got confused. My bad. My bad. My bad on those comms. It was Opix with the win. Yeah, okay. Why the fuck? That's crazy. Okay, yeah, my bad. My bad. Oops. Oops. Sorry about that. Okay, Hunter with not a Mirabilis win, but yeah, eventually someone else will probably add their name to that list, but right now, yeah, they're the only ones that have the multiple wins, and Detail's got a lot of them with 11, moving that to 11 all-time on this track. That's nuts. And yeah, so those points battles. So how do they settle out? So in the end, Detail, we're on, well, not really on board, but looking at him here, we'll get the stare down again. There you go. taking the championship, 404 points on the season, 16 wins with his incredible last like 5 weeks of the season. And literally, well, the last 2 weeks, he literally ended the season on 5 in a row. That's kind of, wow. That's kind of hot. That's dropping the badonk on the field for sure. But yeah, taking almost 50% of the motos in the season. That is pretty cracked. So that's what carried him. And that was, I would say, the large difference with him. And the consistency, honestly, Luke might have had the consistency overall still. The consistency advantage on the season. But yeah, detail with the wins, though. The win bonus point is massive, and 5 extra wins. I mean, that's going to make a big difference. Not many more things that detail likes more than, fucking... Why was I just went into all the Charles Barkley jokes in my head. I was just gonna go fucking churros, and I got fucked right there. I've been watching too many of those clips. Likes more than fucking solid for, I don't know how to pronounce that shit. Those gold fucking chocolate hazelnut things. Getting dubs in the finals and getting first place with Luke in second. So a lot of that this season. And it made the difference. I mean, that those win bonus points, that's 5 extra win bonus points, and the gap between them was 7. So not the complete difference, but I mean, that's a pretty substantial one. That was definitely where a lot of those points were made up. But yeah, 404 points, 16 wins, 28 podiums, 31 top 5s, taking the championship home. Congrats to him, getting back on top for the MegaMix series. Very great, very good performance. Yeah, the last couple weeks, or last few weeks, very, very impressive. Luke taking second place in points, 11 wins on the season, 30 podiums, 31 top 5s. So pretty good performances there. Like I said, good consistency on the podiums and stuff. But yeah, those wins, I think, made a big difference. And I mean, really, you got to look to, particularly... I mean, it was a crazy night when it happened, but seriously, those photo finishes, that Reach GP night, might have been, I mean, you look at these late races, but that might have been a pretty big difference maker as well, come to think of it, because, obviously it affects it both ways, right? Like, if Luke takes both of those races, gets the sweep there, moves Detail back to second for those, takes 2 of Detail's wins away, adds 2, like, that makes things a lot different, potentially. So obviously there's a lot of races to look at on the season, but looking back on it, and I was saying it at the time too, that those are crazy races. I think those Reach GP races ended up being pretty substantial in the champ fight in the end. So yeah, 397 points, so 404 to 397 end up being their total. Slaunch in third in the race and in the points, 347 points. 5 wins on the season for Slaunch, 15 podiums, 20 top 5s. Very solid performance out of Slaunch. Missing that first round. He had a fantastic week 2 and 3. And put up a very solid season overall. Definitely look for him to be a contender in the grand finals. As long as he can recover from the rib injury. Dude, you got to update me, man. I swear. I was not locked when he was explaining it. I'm sorry. But shout out to Slaunch, another good performance. Yeah, look out for him in the grand finals, which we'll have an announcement for in a moment. So stick around for that as I go through everybody's soul. We'll go through these in the recap as well, but I'm going to do them for the people that showed up for this one. Soul, 309 points. Got that 1 win, 6 podiums, 18 top 5s. Soul just with that 4th place position in points on lock these recent few seasons. Opix does it. Oh, wait, my bad. Roman does it. 5th place in points. Where the fuck are you, Roman? Where? There he is. Roman does it. So your grand finals qualifiers for the wild card people, it is Elite and Real Deal. That's been kind of locked in for a minute. It is them. So lock that in. They're not... Oh, I guess Elite is here. My bad. I should have waited. But Real Deal's not here, so they got that. But yeah, then Luke, Detail, Slaunch, Soul, and then Roman did make that 5th place spot, 284 points. Put in a very solid, almost top 3 overall, super close. in the last night. So very good performance out of Roman here. Clutch. He needed it after missing a lot of races. He makes it into the grand finals. We'll see what he can do there. 6th place, Opix makes it happen. That last moto in particular was huge. Makes it happen just barely. And yeah, it looked pretty gapped. It ended up being really close. Hunter gave it a great effort, to give him credit, but Opix got that last position, 6th place points, that last points position qualifying spot, 279 points for him. So it ended up being a 5-point gap between him and Roman, and a 2-point gap for 7th with him and Hunter. Hunter with 277 points on the season. So, yeah. And really close stats, too. Hunter with 3 podiums, 10 top 5s. Opix had 2 podiums, 9 top 5s. Roman had 3 podiums as well, 15 top 5s. Big top 5 advantage for Roman. But yeah, 284 for Roman, 279 for Opix, 277 for Hunter. We're looking at it in the recap, saying it could be really close. It was really close. Hunter gave it a great effort, but came up just short. That Moto 2 really costed him, and not being able to get the win either. Very close. That being said, there's always a chance somebody could not show up, and if that happens, Hunter would be the first person in line to take over that spot. So if I was Hunter, definitely still check out the grand finals tracks and be on top of that. Coop, I don't know how many points you earned yet. I'm sorry. Hold on. Do I have the thing open? All right, you know what, Coop? I'll be nice. We'll figure it out real quick because we went through everybody else. I don't want them to be left out, even though I was just going through the people in like the battles and stuff. Coop with 128 points passes Real Deal in points, not the wild card points. I think it's going to be like 12th place, something like that in points. It's not all fully updated at the moment, but 128 points, that'll be his total on the season for Coop. And shout out to the top 5 late in the race. Who else do we got? Who have we not gone through yet? Camby. Let's see. Camby with a low-key solid performance tonight. Did very, very well. 231 points for Camby. I believe Camby's going to finish, pretty sure he's going to finish in 8th in points. So shout out to Camby. Elite showing up. He's going to take that other wild card spot. So we've been looking at that throughout the season. And let's give Elite his here. 192 points as well for Elite. He's going to finish in the top 10, I believe, literally in 10th. And then one more person. We've got Armada. It'll be more in depth in the recap. This is kind of rogue. Armada, I believe, going to be 9th in points. So a lot of our top point finishers showed up tonight. But I believe going to be 9th in points. 210 for Armada. And the thing that he's got to be really proud of on the season is that early backing it up, getting another win, another Moto win on Hogtona. Unfortunately, he couldn't do it consistently enough to get him a top 3 overall. That would have been really massive because who knows? Armada finished ahead of Elite in points. If Armada could have turned that Moto win into an overall podium as well, that would have got him 2 wildcard points. Could have looked a lot different. Wildcard battle could have looked a lot different. It could have been like literally neck and neck between Elite and Armada potentially. But unfortunately, Armada just got that 1 Moto win, just got that 1 wildcard point. He just could not get off that 1 wildcard point, unfortunately, and comes up just short. So, yeah. That being said, Armada, Camby, Hunter, those are the 3 like main backup drivers. So for Hunter, Camby, and Armada, definitely, I would say, pay attention to the Grand Finals tracks and be ready for that. You never know what could happen. I don't think we'll have 3 of the main drivers miss it, but 1 or 2 is definitely possible. So even though you didn't qualify in, they are close enough to where if we need backups, they could be thrown in there. So just to shout out their information for Hunter, Camby, and Armada to be aware of, since they're the top drivers in the running, to be able to do that in case we need it. So, all right, went through everyone, gave them their flowers. Hogabilis. It was a pleasure. I'll definitely have to make some tweaks. I gotta fix that jump, and I gotta come up with a more elegant solution for the fucking Joker. I tried my best. It was good for the night, but I gotta adjust it some more. And there's a few other things that are a little rough on the track that I do think could be tuned up. It's still pretty sweet though, and I wouldn't mind racing this MCC Hogabilis again. It was pretty cool. And doing a similar idea with the tweaks and stuff like that, and coming back to it every time. We could do something similar like that with this one, and I could probably find some objects here and there too. Yeah, we'll figure it out. But I would love to return to it though. I would love to do the same type of thing and return to it. Very cool. I love how it turned out. I loved the packs that we had. Some of the different on-track battles were really fun. Some crazy crashes. Like I said, this race could be pretty chaotic, and there were some pretty chaotic moments, some unpredictability. The Joker's really cool. Again, I really like the Joker on this track. It's very simple, but it's really cool the way it works out. And yeah, I like it. And I'm down to do the same type of thing and mess with it. And if we end up racing it again, that'll be pretty sweet. All right, so hope you guys enjoyed it. One more thing before we go. Grand Finals track announcements going to be coming up here shortly, or well, here throughout the week, to get the whole lineup for the Grand Finals, figure out all the tracks we're going to be racing. But I do have one to say for tonight, for the end of this video. For Goose Supercross action, we'll have a little bit of everything. Like I said, not going to fully confirm the whole schedule yet, but similar to the MegaMix regular season, as you'd expect, we'll have a little bit of everything in the Grand Final. And of course, we'll have a Supercross track, and that Supercross track's going to be on the Gooses. It's going to be Skellige. Is it Stadium? It's Skellige, whatever. I think it's Stadium. We're going to be racing that for Supercross. It's on Details Files. So that, I figured that, I mean, it's Supercross. That'll probably be the most practice required track. So announce that one first. So yeah, that's on his files. That's what we're doing for one of multiple races, 5 or thinking about 6 as well, potentially, for the Grand Finals. So, but that's the first one. That's the first one, and we'll keep announcing them throughout the week. So it's gonna be, all I can say though, once you see the final lineup, it's gonna be sick. It's gonna be sick. Grand Finals is gonna be like the whole MegaMix series in one condensed, brutal night. And should be pretty fun. Should be pretty fun. It'll be nice to have a reset too, compared to this regular season finale where everything, well, not everything, but a lot of things are set in stone, and a lot of things have all these points built up throughout the season. Complete reset, and more tight knit lobby as well with the qualifications, the prestige with that too. That'll obviously change up the racing. It'll be really fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Congrats one more time, Detail on taking the chip. Slaunch, Luke, Roman, Soul and Opix as well for qualifying on the Grand Finals and getting those top 6 positions, and Elite and Rildo in the wildcard spots. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and see you there for the Grand Finals next week.